Hello, and yet another tutorial where we are going to talk about two things. One, it's been a concern by most of us that our websites are not mobile responsive. So we're looking at the feedback sheet that we have. I think today we've picked this part where we are going to look at mobile responsiveness. On the analytics and performance, I think we would need to engage further with 1Z and HQ and see if we can have analytics and performance, but we'll look at mobile responsiveness, and then we'll include uploading videos, which is also here, getting videos from our YouTube and placing them on our website. So as per usual, we are in our website. So if you've had some experience with a bit of CSS and raw HTML, you remember that we set our viewpoint when we start coding our website. We set our viewpoint, and then we'll put a breaking point for our media, so that when our phones, or when we open our website using our phones, we should be able to get a breakpoint where the content on our website is wrapped up and be able to be displayed in mobile format. So whilst we are logged into our backend, we will come to the part where we are viewing the site. We view the site normally, but whilst logged into the backend, if you can see here, I'm logged in. This is my edit ribbon. But then whilst I'm logging in, I'm not in the dashboard view, but I'm in the view site view where I'm viewing my front end page. So whilst I'm in my front end, I'll say edit with Elementor. So this will take me into edit mode, so that I can be able to edit my site. And I'll allow my Elementor to load. Okay, so my Elementor has loaded. So now you'll notice my Elementor has loaded in a normal way to enable me to edit. But then on the top left, I have this hamburger menu here, these three lines. If I click there, I now have this part where I look at my site settings. I'll click on my site settings so that I can now go into my layout, so that I can set the breakpoint for my layout. So once I enter into site settings, I'll come down here and look at my layout. I will click on layout, and then whilst I'm under my layout settings, I have these layout settings which I will leave on my default normal. But what I'm focused on is my breakpoints for my media content. So I'll click on breakpoint. So I'm trying to set how my page should respond when it reaches a certain number of pixels. When it's on a screen that has smaller pixels, I'll set a breakpoint so that now my content knows that it has to wrap itself and it's on a smaller screen. So for tablets or larger screens, we can leave it at 1024, but we can set our breakpoint for mobile at 500. So once I've set this breakpoint at 500 and I save, or I click update, right here my breakpoint is already set at 500, but if I edited it like that, my update button will become active and then I will update. This has in essence told my website how to respond when it is now being opened on a different size screen. So I will go back again so that we can see how we got to this point. Whilst I'm in my edit view, I clicked edit with Elementor and my page loaded, and when it loaded, I got to this part. So let me just refresh my page. I have seen an undesired change, something that I didn't change. So remember we had discussed earlier to say if by mistake you click on something and something has changed that you did not desire to change, you can simply refresh and it will take your page back into its original state. You do not need to click update if something has changed that you didn't want to be changed. So my tools are just loading. So whilst it is loading, I'll come to my hamburger menu here and I'll say site settings. I'll click on site settings and then I'll come to layouts. I'll click on my layout and I'll come to breakpoints. I'll click on breakpoints and I'll set my breakpoint for mobile screens to 500 pixels and I'll update. So once I have done that, I will update my website and I would have set a breakpoint for it to respond to a smaller screen of about 500 pixels wide. So now the final part is we don't want our menu to be opening up the way it opens in desktop view. So we want our menu to be shrunk into a hamburger menu when we open with our mobile phone. So I'll come here and say edit header, and then I'll allow my tools to load. I'll allow my tools to load, and when they have loaded, I'll come on my menu items here so that I can edit my menu. So now, already you have seen if I come now on content and I come to my mobile drop down, it has picked the breakpoint to say my mobile breakpoint is 500 pixels. It has picked the breakpoints that I've set, and for the tablet it has also picked the breakpoint. So now whilst mobile is selected, I want to toggle my buttons to say this is how I want my menu to look. So whilst my mobile is selected, I will say once I am on mobile, make my menu into a hamburger menu like that. And then it will shrink my menu. If I go into mobile view, let me see if I can get into responsive mobile view. I can't do it here, but then I shrink it. I come here and say let me see how it looks like in mobile. I'll click there, and this is how my menu will be shrunk into a hamburger menu like that. So this setting allows my menu to shrink into a hamburger such that when I click on it, it opens like that. When I close it, it closes like that. If it is just on none, it means that my menu will be showing like this on a form. But then if I set it under hamburger menu, it will look like this on my mobile phone. Then if I go on my tablet, I click on tablet view. This is how it looks on tablet view. So I can also now come here, select tablet view, and I say when I'm in tablet view, I want my menu to also be a hamburger menu. And you see it will change my menu to be a hamburger menu, and it will be opening like this in tablet view. And this is how my screen will be looking on a tablet. And then on a laptop view or on a screen PC view, that will be my view on a PC, and I want my menu to be normal when I'm on a PC. So this is how we set our mobile responsiveness. So the other small part is how do we get our videos from YouTube. For example, I have this video sitting on YouTube and I want it to be part of my website. So I will not use the front page. I will create a page where we can practice from. So I will exit to dashboard. I will leave this part because I don't want to distort anything. It looks like my internet has gone down. Okay, so let me just get back into logging in. Yes, so I'm in my dashboard. So I will create a new page. So let me say add page. And then I'll just name this page videos. And then I will put my template to Elementor full width. I will publish this page and I'll go in to edit with Elementor. So I'm using a blank page to demonstrate, but this is the same method we can use to place videos anywhere on our page. So whilst I'm here, I'll come here and add sections. So let's say I want 2 sections like this one. I want to place a video here, and I want to place an image or something else here. So what I'll do is I'll come to my widget and I'll get my video widget, this one here, and I'll drag it and drop it in there so that now I can have a video sitting in there. So once I have my video widget here, I'll come to my source. So under source, remember there are several ways we can host. We can either be self-hosted, we can get them from Vimeo, we can get them from Dailymotion, or we can get them from YouTube. So we said we don't want them to be self-hosted because we want to maintain our space on our server. So the best is to upload to YouTube and then get the link and then place it on our website. So I will select my source as YouTube, and then I will go to a YouTube video, assuming this is my account and I want this video to show on my YouTube. I will copy the URL in its totality, copy URL, and I'll come here and I'll remove this placeholder URL and I'll paste my video URL there like that. And once I click update and I preview this change, you will see that my video will load and play as though it is sitting on my website, but it's actually sitting on YouTube, but it is playing on my site. So this is how we get videos that are sitting on our YouTube, and to get them to play on our site as though they are hosted directly on our site, but they are being sitting on YouTube. So I'll repeat that process again. If I want to add another video on this side, I will come back and pick my video widget again and throw it in there, and then I can look for another video. Let's say I come here and I come to my videos and I search for a random video. Let's say this video right here. I will copy the URL and I'll come here. I'll come on my URL here and I will remove the placeholder URL and paste my URL, and my video will be sitting there. And when I update and I check on my videos preview, both of my videos are sitting there and they are both able to play as though they are sitting on my website. So we've used this page to create this, but you can still use the same concept and place them the way this one is placed on the front end, and it is able to play, and the way these videos are placed on the landing page and they're able to play, they are all sitting on the YouTube, but then the links are linked to our website and they are able to play as though they are sitting on our website. So those two things for now. We shall continue discussing and improving our web pages. So we can end here for this tutorial, and in the next tutorial we'll look at sliding text and a bit of CSS so that we can be able to create something like this. Some of us that would want to have sliding text on our landing pages. So for this, if you have some time, I would ask that you read up on a bit of CSS and see how you can use CSS to create sliding text, but we'll cover what we can in our next tutorial. So for now, have a good day.